Sarah Schmader always dreamed of being a mum. The only thing standing in the primary school teacher's way was her weight. You see, Sarah tipped the scales at more than 130 kilos. Falling pregnant wasn't the issue. Carrying a baby to term proved impossible. But this story has a really good outcome, and she joins us now with her incredible story. Wow, look at you, Sarah Schmader. Welcome.
Thank you.
Tell us about your time at your heaviest. What led you to tip the scales at 130 kilos?
There were many things that piled up on top of each other. It was a lack of self-confidence. I'd given up hope pretty much, and I got really lazy, and I just was in this vicious cycle of eating junk food, and I couldn't get out of it.
Had you been heavy from being a child?
Yeah, I've always been overweight from a child through adolescence. You know, my whole life I've been overweight.
How old were you when that previous photograph was taken?
I'm not sure.
That one?
That one was just last week.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
When you won Slimmer of the Year. When you
Yes.
look back at the photos of yourself at your heaviest,
Yes.
do you recognise the girl in the photo?
I do, because obviously that was me, but it is hard to recognise that person. It feels very different to who I am now.
And how different
Were you
was
happy?
she?
Look at that. Were you-
Overweight?
Yeah.
I think I'd convinced myself that I could be and that I was, but I can see the big difference now. I'm a lot happier now than what I was before.
What was the tipping point? What was the moment where you said, now I must change this?
So my husband and I wanted to start a family, and I knew that I wanted to lose weight, but once I fell pregnant and had a miscarriage, that was just the catalyst. That was the reason why I just flicked the switch and had to lose the weight.
Did a doctor say to you that your weight had played a part in that?
My GP was very understanding and kind about my journey, and she said, when you're ready, come and see me and we'll get you started on a weight loss journey.
And how did you do it? How did you lose the
So
weight?
it just happened at the right time that my friend told me about Cambridge Weight Plan, and as soon as she told me about it, I knew that it was the right diet for me, and that as soon as I could, I started and I was on my journey.
Were you aware that being heavy, and I think the term is obese these days, they've got these parameters, were you aware that was a big impact on pregnancy?
Oh, of course, I knew that if I was a lighter weight, that I would have a better chance at having a family and better.
So that
chance
was the
for my child.
catalyst?
Yes, the weight was definitely, yeah.
You've got some wonderful news to announce now, though.
Yes.
You
Yep,
are
so
expecting.
I am almost 20 weeks pregnant.
Yay!
Over the moon. Thank you. Thank you.
Which is so exciting. But considering you've lost more than half your body weight, I mean, when I was pregnant, I put on a lot of weight, and I was paranoid about that, but still I just ate and ate. I felt like I was constantly queasy. I felt it was eating carbs especially was the only thing that would make me feel better. On the day that I gave birth to my first son, I was 100 kilos. Are you worried about putting the weight that you've lost back on during pregnancy, and are you doing anything to make sure it doesn't happen?
So finding out that I was pregnant is the best news I've ever gotten, and it is a shift because I was in the mind frame of maintaining weight or losing weight, so shifting my thinking to now possibly putting on weight, which is part of having a baby, and it's completely healthy.
Yeah.
But I'm very conscious about what I eat, keeping in those fresh foods, trying to avoid the sugars and the carbs as much as possible. But also, I want to enjoy the journey, and I know that when I'm ready, I can lose the baby weight because I've done it before.
And I think you're... Sorry.
So I was going to say, is that about confidence now? Because you've done it, you've lost all those Ks,
Yeah.
and you feel that you can
I
do
know
it
I
again.
can do it, I know how to do it, and I'm confident that when it's time, I'm ready to do it.
And don't you think, Sarah, having a baby changes the way you look at your body and what your body is used for, rather than just being this aesthetic tool? It is something that's growing a child. So you approach your nutrition and you approach the way you fuel your body differently. I know with Paul, my first son, I just ate for Australia, but I ended up with gestational diabetes, which had to be controlled. And going into the second pregnancy, it wasn't just about me anymore. I had to keep this vessel healthy and strong so I could grow a baby, and you know, deliver it in the end. Do you feel
Definitely.
that's the same sort of shift that's happened to you mentally?
Well, yes, and first of all, it was my husband, so marrying him changed that as well, because it wasn't just about me anymore.
Yeah.
We wanted a family, so it was about us, and now it's about the baby as well. So I'm eating for the three of us, really.
Oh, how beautiful.
And I was amazed after I had my kids because I was really lucky. I could breastfeed really well. And I couldn't believe, no one had told me that your muscles, your stomach muscles can start to contract and you can feel them.
Yeah.
Like it's a real workout. I loved that. My stomach was in the best shape it had ever been.
You know what helps shrink your uterus back down to size, which is incredible.
I guess I'm yet to find that out.
Yeah. All the joys of motherhood. And another little announcement, you know, you're having a... What colour?
We just found out that we're having a boy.
Oh, how wonderful.
Thank you. Yes, very exciting.
And your mum is here watching
Yes.
on as well. She must be very excited. Is this her first time at being a grandmother, or have you got other people
She's
in the
actually her
family?
6th grandchild.
Oh, wow.
But I'm
There
the
she is.
only girl, so I think it's a bit more special. It is more special, yes.
Well, Sarah, thank you for sharing your story, and best of luck with the rest of your pregnancy. You're
Thank
halfway,
you.
and
Yes.
also a safe and healthy delivery.
Thank you very much.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you.